You see this? Nonsense. Hey guys, it's your girl HK Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to The Walking Dead World Beyond. We're now into episode 6, which is called Who Are You? I'm about to get this episode, but before we do, you know the drill. If you've been here before and you like what you see, please consider hitting that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified when I do more reactions to this show, as well as the original Walking Dead and many that are in this vein. We'd love to have you. Please join the fam and support me on my journey to 10K. All right, that out of the way, guys. Let's get into the episode right about now. Wait, what? When did this happen?
Oh,
this is a flashback.
It's exciting.
Almost never.
True geek. He's like, you know what I should do is film this. I really don't need to see the story of these two falling and whatever the heck that he thinks is happening here.
The geo glitches aside, I can't wait to see more.
Okay, Leo. I know it's been a dry spell, but you need to get better taste in women.
Wait, so the CRM used a chemical weapon to kill everybody back home?
Then lure the empties and to cover it up. That has to be it, right?
We have exactly 2 minutes to meet Silas at the factory.
Right?
We have to stay.
It's what you wanted to do anyway.
Okay, how do you know what?
Then we make sure they don't get away with it.
She said.
Okay, then.
She's like, I've murdered people. You have no idea. And by people, I mean one person. Interesting that both sisters have now killed someone.
The hidden city. Where is it?
Time for some trust.
And honest. Tell us.
Staff Sergeant.
Oh my God, she's back and she's got a horrible haircut.
Heard about you moving up, James. So you're good just being a cop, huh?
Oh,
Military cop.
her real name is Jadis, not Anne.
Heard about you coming in from the cold. I'm glad you're okay.
Really?
Knew you would be, though. Mother's loaned me her office. Come by later. Have some rum made from Brazilian cane, new distillery in Ward 8. I'd
Okay.
even let you call me bitch one more time without putting you on the floor.
Anyway, remember when Rick kicked your ass? You're not that tough.
See you later.
Bye. Interesting. The only reason I'm not mad at her is because she did save Rick's life. Although we don't know what she saves his life to go to. It might have made it worse. But for now, Jadis gets a pass.
Even if it's the last thing you do.
If it is, then it is. I'm hoping it's not.
He's had the closest near-death experience out of everyone here so far.
Hey,
Can you hide this from your hoe, please?
we can definitely rain check dinner tonight if that's what you're...
Hell yeah! I wasn't even thinking about eating with you right now.
I think it'd be good if you met them.
That's... Hey.
Not this throwback. Oh, thank God! Now he knows he can't trust her. At least I hope that's the way he perceives it. Oh, she knew to put it in code. Good girl. Although if it was capture, the CRM probably, have code breakers since they use it themselves. No one's gonna just read this out loud.
Dad? You okay?
Nope. Not at all.
She's here for dinner, that means she won't be in her lab. I need you to do something for me.
What I want for Leo to give me his take on the research.
He did. Okay, you don't get to just drop this in somebody else's lab and walk away.
Thank you. Right? You can't be one toe in the CRM and one toe out no more.
Daily trips to sub 7C24, except for the biocontainment unit. There's nothing down there.
The body containment unit? Is that enough?
That letter can mean anything.
Oh, why would you show this
You
dude?
need to take immediate action.
I hate him.
I'm sorry, Indira. I have no choice but to propose a vote of no confidence in our chairperson.
We knew that was coming.
You can stay. At least for now.
Thank you,
Thanks.
but I'm not staying.
Yeah. He's like, my man's in there.
I need to get back inside the facility.
All right, people just want to throw their lives away and stuff.
Thing was, he'd been drinking. There's gonna be an investigation. Promised me he'd clean up his act if I just took some of the heat off.
I see now why it's a little bit Why she's not so quick to jump back into the relationship.
Where do we cut the power?
Transformers clear across the compound. Too far to get there and back in under 2 minutes.
Gotta split up.
So my ass into one on the line in case this all goes wrong. That's how this works.
I know everything.
I mean, it would be anyway.
I'm willing to walk. Are you?
Like, I don't know what you're expecting from her. Like, she's never gonna probably apologize or anything. Like, she did what she thought she had to do. Sometimes you just gotta accept that people are not gonna give you what they want, what you want. Yeah, no, Iris don't like it. I told you, she don't like it.
Sacrificing a few mice means saving thousands of lives.
And there's the justification.
It comes down to how much of your own humanity, your own soul, you're willing to sacrifice in service of the greater good.
And there it is. Do you have any left, ma'am? I didn't think so, Satan.
You choose to do those things. It's always a choice. To say that it's not like that is an excuse. Excuse me.
Not the whole face wipe. Missed her mouth entirely. She was like, let me go. I told you Iris was not going to be having any of this. Even if this wasn't the situation, she wouldn't have trusted her.
Iris, what the hell?
Right? You trying to blow the whole plan?
I'm helping them with something that could be important.
There it
A
is.
breakthrough.
Just all the spills.
I killed a soldier in the woods. I did it because he was the enemy. And I'd do it again.
And there it is.
That is what they are.
I can't stop. Too much tea being spilled.
And then we're gonna burn this place to the ground.
I told you, she look crazy right now. She got a little bloodlust now and she just can't stop. It's now the walking living, you know? She just want to kill everybody. Yo! That was like a whole city block. Y'all don't know nothing about being subtle, huh? Here I'm thinking she was just gonna clip a wire or some Jadis gonna be all over this. Can you believe this, Grogu? You see this? Nonsense. Talk about taking a strip out of somebody. I think, are you gonna find some live subjects? That's the only thing that would be the worst thing for him to find at this point. Oh, vials of things we don't know. Oh, right, they did say there was some kind of chemical thing they did first. Don't take one from the front, go for the back.
What if they used to take out Omaha? There's more of it. Huck, do you copy?
Get the hell out.
Huck.
Get the hell out. Get out. Sir, if you're trying to contact her and she ain't responding, that should have been your cue to go. I know they said they had 2 minutes, but if I were him, I would have taken like 45 seconds because I wouldn't have risked it.
Instead of her taking care of everyone else, someone's off taking care of her for a change. And tell her it's pretty fun leaving my little sister holding the bag sometimes.
Facts. If he dies, she's not going to be okay.
I'm sorry I broke my promise.
You're worried about my mom.
This was a valid reason to break a promise. And also, you only told one other person who you knew wasn't going to go and spread it.
Where are you going?
To bed, coming with me.
Brought up some things for me.
What kind of things?
I need to keep you talking and not going back to your lab.
Whatever it is.
Something I haven't been honest with you about.
Mm-hmm.
It's better if I show you.
She's letting him into the lab. I mean, the sad thing is she needs to go, though, because Felix is trapped. Okay. Now we know where Iris gets it from.
Huck, come on, talk to me.
Well, at least your death will be slow. And you'll go to sleep
For
first.
me.
You've asked if I had a family for all this. I should tell you what happened to them.
I guess. Again, if it keeps you from going back to your lab, let's hear it. I'm really riveted.
The next morning I went to check on them and Kevin was on the floor, bleeding out. His neck almost chewed through.
Dark.
I just kept them there.
and studied them.
One day there was...
Ate dinner with them.
I grabbed an extension cord, some belts from my closet, and I made it so they couldn't attack me.
Ah, you pulled a Michonne.
My horrible things. Whatever I could think of to try to bring my husband and baby girl back.
Honey, your husband had half a neck gone. What? Okay.
I couldn't cure my family.
Does she understand they're dead?
They're the reason I'm here doing the work that I'm doing.
Oh, you incorporated that into your Oh, that's just wrong. But she's saying that she'll experiment on your living body to get these answers. Do you hear the secret message within the message? There. You're weird. Tell me you didn't fall for this. Looks like he's just watching the fire. Phew! Like, it's nothing personal, but everybody's lost somebody at this point, ma'am. Like, your story's just not that sad. It still doesn't excuse what you're doing either. Okay, you need to put your arms together on the side and put your groin together, because your groin and your underarms are your sources of heat other than your head.
Like, I don't know how this is going to end. Or what happens to me. But for whatever it's worth, I am with you.
Oh. I thought she was going to say something like, I'm sorry, or I didn't mean to. But anyways, I guess it's probably going to mean something to him, because he's been wanting something from her.
I know you were a rescue.
I was living by my wits in the wilderness. I created a little society quite quickly.
Yes, we saw, weirdo.
And after, I had an opportunity, and I created a ticket to get into the Civic Republic. I gave the CRM something very valuable, and I got a new life.
I knew it. So Rick was a chip into the CRM. Interesting.
I know that the Civic Republic is the last light of the world.
Oh,
Purpose.
that's sad.
If your mother is worried, you might be confused. It would be understandable.
Is there a point to all of this?
I could help you prove that you're still you. And you could help me by talking up how wonderful I am to anyone who'll listen.
Rather not, rather die.
Before the end of the year.
I do have a question for you, though. Where's Rick Grimes, you... Is this dating time? This is the creepy praying date? We just go out in the middle of danger? Why can't there be any normal relationships post-apocalypse? Rochelle were pretty much it, y'all. When you think of like how weird it is too that like literally they just put axes to their head seconds ago and now they're putting these gentle flowers and being like, be at peace.
It was my dad's. He gave it to me years ago before he... Anyway, Mom doesn't know that it exists. I haven't used it before, but I want you to have it.
Why? Yo, I was joking about him dying. I freaking knew it too. I freaking knew it. Didn't I call? Something about that last scene of them together told me that he was not coming back. Just the last message to Mom thing. Oh, I wish I didn't understand these tropes as well as I do. Okay, guys, that was episode F6, which was called Who Are You? And interesting developments. I feel like things are getting a little more tense now, which is good. Like, we're picking up the pace as far as some of the imminent danger and the tenseness that's happening in this season. And we're starting to get a better understanding of the stakes that are there for our small group, right? Because it really is a small group. When you're looking at the enormity of the Commonwealth, our group is starting to look a lot more small and a lot more desperate, and it's kind of making their plight seem really impossible. But of course, that's great storytelling. It's very much your, as I said in the episode, David versus Goliath situation, where if they could find a way to take these guys down, it really would be the ultimate feat. But as I said before, I think things are way too ill-conceived at the moment. People are still running very highly on emotion. I'm talking about Iris here, and I'm kind of wondering where we're going to get to, because I think last season was 10 episodes, so if this season's the same, we're past the midway point. We only have a handful of episodes left, and I'm wondering how much it can get into safely and actually still tell a good story. But I think what we'll touch on really quickly is the situation where thankfully Leo's eyes, I remember his name for once, Leo's eyes are open now about his girl, and that she is not everything that she's showing herself to be. I do think he cares about her. I still think he wants to believe that she's not as involved. I mean, you heard what Hope said. She very much believes that there are innocents within the Republic and not everyone deserves to share a death fate. But of course, he also realizes now that from day one, as we saw in the flashback at the beginning of the episode, she's been involved in whatever these tests are. She's been involved in whatever this is that's potentially involving living people having to pay the price for her experiments. And so I don't think Leo agrees with that. He is a scientist. I'm sure he very much understands the passion, but I don't think he's the kind of person who's going to be okay with what she's doing and wiping out entire communities in the name of this research. But that kind of brings us to Huck and Felix. Felix being the one to go in there and try to figure out what's going on. Huck helping out. Obviously, she's risking her newly reinstated status by doing this, but she's showing that slowly but surely she has changed and that she does want to do better and that she's not okay with everything her mother is doing. But she's walking a very thin line, and she's a very vital piece of this puzzle because she does have all of her CRM access, but at the same time, you know, she's gotta be very careful, right? Because obviously trust is very thin with her. And of course, her and Felix going at each other is a bit old now. I know Felix is wanting something from her that I don't think she can give him. I think Felix is just gonna have to either swallow it and just decide to work with her and never forgive her, or let it go and try to move forward. Outside of that, of course, we have a little bit of moment there between the two sisters. You know, Iris, I expected it, right on cue. She's grilling the new girlfriend, but more so because she knows that she's part of this whole situation. I mean, Iris is going to hate everybody in here right now. Like, she's on some other stuff right now. She's feeling murderous. She's feeling deadly. She don't want to hear nothing from nobody. She just wants people to die, period. Not to mention, I do think she feels some type of way about her dad being in a relationship like this, but she let her have it. And of course, it was dumb because they're supposed to be buying time, right? The whole dinner argument was to buy time so that Felix could do this recon mission. And so her going off on this chick was a bad idea. But Iris just, like I said, she's on some other stuff right now. I need her to reel it in. Her, unfortunately, and Percy are on the same wavelength of doing some stupid crap right now. And I'm not really digging it. And again, we're seeing her and Hope finally have that tete-a-tete that they should have had at the camp. When they were met the first time, where Hope's basically admitting that she is getting seduced by this world, that she is seeing the good in the CRM, but you've also got Iris, who had finally admitted that she took a life and that she doesn't regret it, and that's actually giving her fuel to continue doing this. And so they're very much kind of going diametrically opposite right now as far as how they think they should be dealing with the CRM business. But I do think they need to have all this out on the table so they can figure out what the right middle ground is, because they both have valid points here, but, you know, they're both kind of a little too far on either side. So they need to figure out, you know, the whole story of these sisters since last season is that they find their middle ground and even each other out. We need that to happen, and to happen soon, because their actions are very much affecting the rest of the group, right? Like, everyone's got to either be in on one plan or not. There can't be half the group doing this and half the group doing the other, especially while they're still in the belly of the beast, so to speak. And there are people on the outside who are still relying on them to get it together. So, and then we've got the final situation with Huck and Jadis. We got a lot of Jadis this episode. We found out now she's fully into the CRM. She's drinking the Kool-Aid. She wants to be part of it. We got a little clarification about her situation, because I thought that Jadis was already in the CRM when she took Rick off in the helicopter. And I'm talking about OG Walking Dead here now. So if anyone hasn't watched that for some reason, if that happens, I've spoiled it. Sorry. But anyway, we found out that she actually wasn't part of the CRM. Her ticket back in was rescuing Rick and giving them Rick. And I think they're testing on Rick. I think that's been my theory for a while, that the CRM are using him, testing on him, because he's someone who survived as long as he has, because he's a leader, because he's got all these qualities they're probably looking for. And so I think the fact that she's there and she talked about her story was not for nothing. It wasn't just to show how dedicated she is, but it's also the throwback for us who've watched the OG show to get an idea that there's a possibility that Rick is still alive, and he might very well be right here in the Commonwealth if this is where all the research is. I think Rick is either here or in the Hidden City, and Jadis kind of gave us that inkling, but she also let us know that she's got her eye on everything, and that just because mommy's away, the mice don't get to play. She's going to be an interesting person for Huck and the group to have to deal with, because we already know Jadis is not a dummy. She's actually quite cunning. However, like I said, I think she's an important piece, because I believe she is going to be the key to finding Rick, which is what I care about more. Leo's girlfriend and her are somehow going to be the keys to finding out where Rick has been all this time and potentially the reuniting of Roshon, which is the ultimate goal here. Not saving the world, but Roshon getting back together. So that was the episode, guys. Like I said, things are getting tense, things are building up, and I love to see it. And I really enjoyed watching this episode. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next video.